That's good. Good bounce back. Definitely a good reset for us. Sonoma was heartbreaking for sure. Don't know where we would have finished, but it'd been nice just to go out and race and be frustrated at that than making 9 laps and motor. So yeah, it was good to come back here to Nashville. I had a good sim sesh with Booty and E to get us dialed in and unloaded super close. They've been doing a really good job at unloading really close where we want to be, and the adjustments that we attempt to make throughout the practice session, we end up usually taking back out for the race and starting where we unloaded. So they've been doing a really good job with that. So yeah.
Why'd you knock bricks?
I just didn't know what it was made out of.
You know, it was like
It's a big ass trophy.
Some superstitious or something?
No. I was just seeing what it's made out of. Some of these trophies, you know, kind of fake. It feels sturdy.
You're a drummer. What would you do with a guitar?
I would hang it up with the rest of them I got. My fingers don't work to play a guitar, so I just look at it.
Do you have a favorite?
Favorite guitar? No, I don't have a favorite one. We got a couple that are signed by a couple of my band buddies. 2 from Miss May I that they sent over. 1 is signed by all of them. That was really cool. I just purchased Blake Shelton guitar. Speedway Children's Charity event the other week. That was cool. But I'm gonna have to go with Miss Man.
You had a good speed at Kansas, good speed at Charlotte. You come here fast to practice. Is there a correlation that those 3 tracks are somewhat similar, or is there anything to take away from those 2 races you can bring here?
No, this one's all concrete.
Yeah.
Now we've had speed. That's the thing that you know, flies under the radar. We've had speed. Charlotte was Charlotte, Kansas was Kansas, and you know, I've let go of holding the mental mindset of just being angry or carrying over the sarcasm. Like, yeah, it's a good weekend. Let's see what happens. Like, no, I feel good about this weekend, and we'll just go out and make the most of it. We got qualifying today. Xfinity looks sideways, so that'll be fun. But yeah, we'll just make the most of it.
Talk about the Xfinity race and the character of this as opposed to Cup here.
Yeah, no, it's totally different. Less downforce for those guys, and being a part of it, and getting to do it. I get to do one more race later this year, Indy, in the JGR car. But it's a road course, it's a little different, but still, it's a totally different feel and handle than a Cup car. So it makes it fun. And I forgot what an Xfinity car drove like. It had been a while, so yeah, just it's a fun challenge for sure.
Hey Bubba, Richard Petty turns 85 next week.
That's right. Yep.
And I'm just curious, I know you were with him, but just if there's particular memory, experience, or that is kind of special that you got to share that kind of sticks with you or him?
Yeah, I think the best one for me, there's a lot. Apart from the stories from him and Dale going at it in the lounge before every race, before every practice, before every qualifying session, they'd be like, this was in, you know, 75. No, it was in 72. They'd go back and forth. But the best one was we flew out. This was after, when was it? It was throughout the West Coast swing. He had a house out in Jackson Hole, and a group of us went out there, and we were sitting there playing the board game called Rummikub. And I've learned to play that a few years ago, and I really enjoy it. And we're sitting there, and you would think, you know, a person he's turning 85. Yeah. So he was 82, 81, 82 then. You would think, you know, that's me judging somebody. I mean, you wouldn't think that I really understand a board game, right? So we sit down and we play, and he taps me on the shoulder with a spit cup. He said, do this right here, put this number and this number together and do all this stuff. And it was like spot on. And I was like, that was cool. Just that side of things was special. I mean, just to show that he's with it in every aspect of life. He's still got it, so it's cool.
Oh, but you mentioned the reset you were able to get after Sonoma. This past week was the only off week of the 2022 season.
We know.
So, yep. I know it's a lot less than usual, a lot less than everyone really likes. So how important was it to actually have that break after going from Daytona to Sonoma nonstop?
Yeah, it was really hard we stayed out, myself, Blaney, Hemrick, another couple that we're good friends with back at home. We all stayed out in California and played some golf, drank some wine, bought some wine. But it was really hard for me to enjoy the first couple of days, just found myself just thinking about racing and thinking about all the missed opportunities that we had let slip through our fingers. So, you know, as much as it was a nice reset, I still thought about racing every damn day, and it was tough to let go. But got back home, and Amanda and I, we just did nothing, and it was nice. We didn't do anything. We stayed at the house. We slept, and just enjoyed each other's company, and that was the best part. Just the best part of just relaxing, and that was where I was able to finally enjoy the off week. So it's definitely shown up for this weekend.
What does it mean to be on the top of the charts in practice? Does it mean, you know, you talked about how you were taking your vacation, it was hard to get away from it. It's not a pole, it's not. Yeah. But what does it mean, truly or not?
No, I sat there and I had a lot of emotion when I got out of the car, just from winning practice, just after the season that we've had. You know, it meant a lot to me, having that speed and just showing that we're competitive. And you know, you got a lot of people in the garage that are talking about the 23 car, and so I think that's big. You obviously want to be talked about. We're usually talked about at the Speedway stuff, but the 23 team has shown a lot of speed each and every week, and I'm super proud of our team for doing that, and everybody back at 2311. We just got to execute. You know, we got to win. You know, I don't know if we can point our way in, but we've dug our hole deep enough to where we have to show up and not hold back on anything.
Where do you think your best opportunity to do that would be? I mean, where do you feel comfortable? We go to Atlanta in a couple of weeks. You at least have a notebook for Atlanta with this car.
Yeah, I think, you know, we look at tomorrow as the best opportunity, and we've been showing up at every track. You know, even the road course stuff we haven't been super bad at, and I know that was a struggle point for me. And Booty's been really hard on me about, you know, he's like, I don't know what you're talking about when you say you struggle on road courses, because you've shown up with a lot of speed. So carrying that with me and understanding what he's saying and really looking at how to be better at this place. Actually, we're not bad as what I think. We've definitely come a long way from 4 years ago, or 5 years ago, whenever I started in the Cup Series. And so every racetrack is an opportunity for us, so we just got to capitalize it.
If you screw up one corner at Road America, how hard is it to get your momentum back and finish with a good
that's
lap?
Where I struggle, because I don't know. I'm just trying to make laps there. So if I screw up one, it takes me about 15 laps to figure it out again. But it's just about having fun. I put a lot of emphasis on the road courses, maybe too much, and that usually is where the mistakes happen. But showed up at Sonoma, had fun, practice went really well. Qualifying wasn't great, and I thought we were going to start trending forward in the race in the Motor Blues. So, but up until that point, I was having fun, and that's the biggest thing. Having fun is the most important thing in a race car.
This is one. This monster win to get in the playoffs. How does that change your mentality as a driver? Does it change it at all?
No, it doesn't. I just know that we've had multiple races that we were a winning car, and so keep bringing that mentality to the racetrack. It's going to happen. So it's a demanding season. It's a grind. The sport is just built on grind and blood, sweat, and tears, and you got to grind through it all. The good days, the bad days, you put it all together.
When you're in this mode, do you have to tell yourself not to press, not to try to go up and down, and try to do too much?
No, because you just start thinking about it too much. You just go out and do what you're supposed to do, and you know, this year has been the best year for me as a driver, and it's just letting little stuff go, focusing on the big picture, making the most of that moment, that stage that you're in, making the most of that. Then you get a reset. You know, Kurt Busch told me that after I junked him at Darlington last year. He said, you know, every stage is a reset, and carrying over something from the first stage to the third stage, you just hurt yourself and your team. And so understanding that and enjoying the moment that you're in, it gets frustrating at times. You get run over, or you have a bad stop, or I go and hit the fence somewhere. It sets you back, but you let that go and you build on and continue to be there. I look at plenty of races where cars have been down and out, and they just grind through it, and they get good finishes.